Welcome to Pastoral Theology Foundations 1. My name is Associate Professor Glenn Morrison. Topic 12. The difficult path towards forgiveness. What makes us consider the condition of forgiveness as important for good pastoral care? Perhaps in a very deep spiritual sense, nearly every pain and suffering that we have has something to do with the mystery of forgiveness itself. How it is a long journey which can haunt us through life, which can lead us on to different pathways and infect or inspire our choices. Forgiveness in many ways brings us to a greater sense of mystery if we have the courage and the confidence to seriously journey into it from our heart. We enter into the mystery of good and evil, into the mystery of freedom, into the mystery of God's grace, and even into the mystery of mercy itself. Jesus said some challenging things about forgiveness. He speaks about forgiving your enemies, praying for those who persecute you. Why would he say such things? Indeed, Jesus moreover says to forgive not just 7 times, but to forgive 77 times, 77-fold. This is in stark opposition to Lamech and Cain. Cain would avenge 7 times, and Lamech, in the Old Testament, Noah's father, Lamech would avenge 77 times. So here as well, even in the Old Testament law of talion, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, that was meant especially to reduce revenge itself. It was a form of seeking justice, but it was a hard form. It was not, in a sense, a hard love, but much rather an easier way, perhaps, to fall into a sense of finding one's way in the world and dealing with an evil situation quickly. But as humanity changes and grows, so does the understanding of forgiveness. The Jewish understanding of forgiveness is that it's a very strict interpretation of our Father. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. So if a Jewish person sins against God, they can pray for God to forgive him or her, like at Yom Kippur on the Day of Atonement, and God will forgive. But if he or she sins against another, and the other refuses to forgive, then God will not forgive. But there is a catch. If the one who has sinned goes seriously and asks forgiveness 3 times from the heart, and still the other person refuses to forgive, then God will forgive. And so the teaching there is you must seek from all your heart to change in your life. And Christianity brings this out. So we are forgiven through the forgiveness of Jesus. We journey into the bodiliness of Jesus. We forgive through the forgiveness of Christ. For Jesus is the forgiveness of sins. And so to enter into this whole mystery of evil and good and evil, Jesus says that the sun shines on both the good and the evil. As well, the rain falls on the unrighteous and the righteous. So what does that mean? In the difficult path towards forgiveness, it means a deeper change inside. It means to change our thinking, to think otherwise, to take on the Eucharistic imagination of Jesus. And so it means to take courage and confidence to speak out, to seek justice. This is difficult, but this is where forgiveness begins. And then this leads to another different stage, an internal stage of beginning to understand our pain at a deeper level, and even to understand the perpetrator, to experience empathy, to understand that I too could actually do that wrong, to have a sense of mildness and meekness. And then this creates an opportunity that forgiveness is a promise, is a sense of giving oneself over to the grace of God. It is a free gift itself, and it is in many ways the gift of mercy and the outpouring of openness and healing from God.